Hey everyone, my name is Chris. Here is everything important that changed in the patch 2.1. They finally removed the ability to equip the mesh shield while you are defibbing your heavy player. This was a massive pain point because with the new defibrillator change, you really cannot go in like you would before, and you would have to be extremely accurate, especially when your teammates are in the middle of nowhere. Let's pretend that this gas barrel would be your heavy player. Before, it would not be a problem for you to pod, immediately res him, and everything would be okay, he would be able to shield you. But after the intended nerf, when they increased the cook-up time, they increased the 3 seconds going in, like boom, 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 you quickly realized that you would be able to use the mesh shield, and it was actually insane. I personally won a lot of clutches where my heavy would just shield me, and I would cook up a person behind them very safely, because you have to understand that when that happens, people think that they can commit and kill you while they have the chance, this 3-second window of opportunity. Now it is no longer an option, and I actually killed a few players because they thought it's still a thing, but failed to do so. Beautiful, very nice change. They finally cooked an update where they nerfed heavy shotgun. Jesus Christ, we've been waiting for that for over 3 months already. Not gonna lie, even in open beta, shotgun was exceptionally overpowered. A lot of players was just not familiar with how broken the weapon is. The biggest problem is the fact that you can reliably 3-tap mediums, 4-tap heavies, and 2-tap lights if they are in 3-meter range. Right now, you can still have the same time to kill on mediums and lights. Unfortunately for all the shotgun abusers, this is no longer an option for you if you are keeping the range against a player that's holding a shotgun, essentially making this weapon shoot slower, deal less damage, and as a result you would have to spend more bullets, and there is gonna be a lot more downtime between you cooking a person, reloading, and getting ready to cook him again. You pair it up with new changes to light, and oh my god. So before the update, I felt like an absolute main character playing heavy. I felt like a person that can destroy everyone 1v3, especially if opponents are not on my skill level, are a little bit lower, because skill-based matchmaking apparently is not working, and I am being diamond, being matched against silver players and gold players. But this video is not about it. So before, you'd be able to go in and deal so much damage. Your heal beam medium would have to keep you alive, and your light would have to drag some attention. But as of right now, I absolutely don't feel powerful using the heavy shotgun. I can cook up a person, maybe 2, but the 3rd guy is always gonna get me, simply because, again, I shoot slower, deal less damage with the shotgun, and overall this weapon became pretty unreliable, because this game is all about windows of opportunity for you. If you would be able to kill a person before he deals damage to you, you would be able to snowball off of that and continue your domination. But if you are struggling to kill one person, and essentially at the end of your duel he deals significant amount of damage for you, you would have to spend additional time slow resetting, you would have to spend time asking your medium to come to you and lose position of power, and overall it's just gonna be very ugly. More time your teammates have to spend looking for you or looking at you, less time they have to spend looking at enemy utility, mesh shields, bubbles, RPGs, and they become clueless, they become unaware, tunneled, and when your medium has only one job, healing you, he might die from the light that's getting ready to stun him. But when you are at full HP and he does not need to care about you that much, he can be aware of that. So heavy. I still feel like shotgun is certainly the best weapon on the market, because there is nothing else to play, there is no alternative. Lewis gun, I would say that if Lewis gun wouldn't be nerfed a little bit and added like some weapon sway, like this gun is okay, but it still loses to shotgun. Like, and currently in the game, 90% of the cash outs are placed inside, meaning that sooner or later you would have to confront a heavy player on the enemy team, and chances that he's gonna play with a freaking shotgun, and you will lose. You will lose 8 fights out of 10, especially if you don't have a light player that would glitch and you would be able to cook the person on the distance. Certain maps are completely unplayable for Lewis gun. For example, Monaco, because of the building Skyway certain cash outs. And then the new map is kind of mediocre for Lewis gun as well, simply because people are pretty close to each other. When you look at other options like M60, I honestly don't know. Like, do you think this is the time to kill? This is the proper time to kill? Like, I would have already 4-tapped this person with an old shotgun and I would have left him very, very vulnerable. The problem with M60 in the current state of the game is that you cannot reliably like switch back and forth between you healing, shooting, or shielding, shooting, shielding, shooting, right? So you would consistently have to like you would have to commit to a fight in a sense, simply because shotgun just allows you to, again, cycle your shield better. So I highly doubt there are better options for heavy. You still have to play with shotgun, but it's just so much worse than it was before, so much worse. You would lose fights that you would have won before, you would lose games that you would have won before, and that's because of the change. Surely it's going to be for better. Surely it's going to be for better. But one of the biggest problems is that there is going to be a heavy player shortage where people would not want to play this role anymore. It becomes very dull, very boring, and overall you would find less and less players enjoying it. So your team compositions would look like double medium light, triple medium, double light medium, or something else. But that's not a problem if you'll be able to cook the heavy for yourself. The next big change that drastically changes the meta is glitch grenade change. Oh my god. Heavy would have been absolutely fine as a class if only it would not be for one freaking change. Glitch grenade now explodes on impact. Let's pretend that this is a mesh shield. Like, this is a mesh shield. Before, what would happen is that it would bounce off like from a wall, and there is a chance you won't be able to cook the heavy reliably with your glitch grenade, simply because he will always have the chance to kite back with the shield and everything is gonna be alright for him. Now, if he is holding mesh shield and you are glitching him, there is 100% chance for you to glitch him. And this is a big, massive problem, because let's pretend that opponents are trying to steal the cash out, right? So let's pretend that this is the cash out, you are going for the bubble, you are going for the mesh, and then you are body blocking your teammate. What do you think is gonna happen when I throw one glitch onto a person like this? Exactly, everyone is going to get glitched. I don't know about medium, but heavy player is definitely going to end up in a 10-second silence. You won't be able to have your bubble, you won't be able to have your mesh, and this is completely overtuned. This should never be in a game, because it went from being a very high skill floor, skill ceiling ability, meaning that not a lot of players would be able to utilize it properly, and it's actually pretty difficult to land it, to an ability that every single 10-year-old child can land that's never touched a mouse and keyboard before and played on controller, right? So I would say that game is certainly stepping in the right direction when it comes to appreciating mechanical skill instead of doing everything for you. But at the same time, it takes 3 steps backwards. Like, sure, you nerfed shotgun because it's a very unskilled weapon. But why would you nerf Lewis gun to the point where it's really difficult to control the recoil? Why would you make M60 a terrible weapon? In open beta it was absolutely okay, and now it is like a little bit above mediocre in a sense, right? If you compare it with the value that you get on a shotgun. Why are you adding a weapon that's terrible? That is just I I don't quite understand. So this glitch grenade change drastically changes the way you have to look at the current meta in the game, because oh my god, if before that double heavy medium with double shotgun was the strongest team composition right now, heavy medium light takes its spot. And I'm not against that. Sure, heavy medium light is the highest skill floor, skill ceiling composition out there, and it should be the best one. But not like that. Not like that, when you are just buffing glitch grenade so much to the point where it's impossible to miss it, man. Like, you are throwing a glitch grenade in a direction of a heavy player, and he's gonna get glitched. It is... I played quite a few matches after the patch, after the weekly patch, and as a heavy player, it's borderline impossible for me to have any fun. And some players might say, oh Chris, you are bragging, you are not the main character anymore. Well, sure, but there is a difference between I appreciate when opponents outplay me, right? When I'm playing against some cracked player that like didn't miss a single bullet on me from far, that landed an insane glitch off the wall in a perfect timing, that used his stun gun properly and cooked me in a fair fight. But when I'm playing against a gold player that just pressed one button and cooked me, it feels very, very unfair, and I absolutely don't like that. Wait until I show you the bug that completely changed the meta. Like, oh my god. So apparently right now your gateway can be placed across the map. I don't know if it's intended. No, I know for a fact it wasn't intended. So before, you would go and there is a 60-meter range that you would be able to throw it, right? If I go further, I would die from cringe, but apparently there is a way to prolong it for somehow. I don't know how, but yeah, look at this, It's past 80 meters and I teleported. I did not do anything special for it. I can just TP across the map right now. Like, if I were to repeat the same process and it would be 120 meters, I would not fail. The teleport will go and work. Why would you say it's busted and crazy? Not only you can teleport vaults straight to the cache and make it so much faster for you to cache it out, but also you will be able to third party and fourth party reliably every single day of the week. Imagine there are 3 teams fighting and they are out of utilities, out of their mind because they're playing this game in a terrible state, and the last thing they expect is a team across the map that is taking the teleporter. Like that. Boom, 72 meters. Doesn't matter, bro. I'm going 90 meters, I'm going 100, 110, 120. I swear to God, you can TP across the map right now, and developers have to fix it in the next few hours because more and more players are gonna know about this, more and more players are gonna use it. And this is gonna be a massive disaster for the game. Like, this is game breaking and should never be in the game. TP is already strong as is. If you leave it like that, a lot of players will stop playing the game forever, because your first impression is your last impression. And a lot of players will stop playing the game until something else changes, because overall state is pretty strange. I don't know if I'm having fun because of the ranked system. I don't know if I am like it is very, very inadequate in a sense. So apparently the first few days of the ranked system were pretty nice in a sense that you would be a very strong player and you would end up playing against other strong players. It felt like scrims, everyone was dedicated, everyone was calling out, everyone is 3-stacking in Discord. Weeks pass, and now, as a Diamond 3 player, Diamond 2 player, I am getting gold and silver players, sometimes bronze players. Usually bronze players are Chinese guys that are rage hacking, but yeah, that's just terrible. That is just absolutely terrible. I would get double platinum plus silver opponents, I would get full gold teams, and Can you explain, if a person has 50 hours in a game and he hit gold for the first time, will he have the chance against me with Scream experience, tournament experience? Absolutely not. I have 10 times more knowledge, I am mechanically superior, and I'm not gonna have fun playing against players like this. They're gonna have zero fun playing against me, and as a result, ranked turns into a very, very grindish, boring, and pretty mediocre place to be. Again, they haven't changed anything when it comes to ranked. Nothing changed. Like, the only thing that happened is that you can see the ranks of your opponents. I already knew that they were gold players before, and nothing changed, and these gold players eventually will climb up to diamond, because apparently this system is not about performance, it's not about skill, it's not about appreciating excellence, it's about sitting on your ass grinding this game. I honestly have no idea why would developers still leave a system like that in a game. This is very discouraging to play this game at that moment. We will see how it will turn out to be. This is everything important that was in the patch note 2.1. See you in the next one. Take care.